Today was the first day that I traded into my live account with Take Profit Trader. And I'm just going to share with you the strategy that I used to take a few trades today and the strategy that I use overall in the eval account and the pro account to get to this point to now where I'm trading with a live account. Here I am on the 4-hour chart, and we can see that this candle here, which is our current candle, above it says look for lower time frame bearish containment zone setup. Now, why did we receive that message, right? So as price traded above this red zone that we see here, right? That gave me a signal, an alert, right? And it said, hey, we're trading above a zone where we are bearish below that zone. So I want you to go down to the 1 minute time frame, and I want you to look for a lower time frame bearish containment zone setup. We can also see that here on the 4-hour chart, we have a containment zone, okay? We see that we have a containment zone where it has a secret level. We're trading below that secret level. There was a breakout candle here that broke out of the containment zone. And then that breakout candle created a breakout gap with this candle. Now, if I just go to my indicator and I turn on breakout gaps, what you'll see is this red breakout gap pop up. So we can just hide the drawings for now, where we can just see the indicators. And I'll turn off the secret level and I'll turn off the manual levels so that we can see this clearer. So we can see here that this was a 4-hour containment zone that gave us a breakout gap, right? And we traded back up into that gap. I have a manual level, right, that overlaps that breakout gap, okay? In addition to that, I have a secret level that we're trading into. Now, let's just turn this off, okay? Now, the secret level, now where did that come from? If we just look back to the left, we can see that there was nothing here, right? And if we keep going, we can see that there was a containment zone, okay? This containment zone here produced a secret level. As we can see here, we traded back above the secret level, and that's where it stopped. But we continue those because they still act as great levels of support and resistance. So I typed in the values of that secret level, and you can see that price here came back to test it, moved away. Came back again here to test it, moved away. Here as well, testing it many times, moved away. And finally here, we've closed through this manual level that we came back and retested. And we can see here that when price closed through this manual level here, it traded down into this blue line that I have. And I'm going to explain to you where that blue line came from. Okay, so this blue line is a 15-minute containment zone, right? So since I'm using the 4-hour chart, I pair the 4-hour with the 15-minute, and I pair the 1 hour with the 1 minute. So let's go over to the 15-minute chart, and I'm just going to show you how we could have predicted this candle trading into this lower time frame containment zone and moving away from it. Okay, so here we are on the 15-minute chart, okay? And I'm just going to scroll back here so that we can see where this line came from, okay? So if we take a look here, right, there's a containment zone. And we extended the bottom of that containment zone. You can see that the line is there, and we just extended that line, okay? So why this containment zone and not this containment zone? Well, this containment zone on the 15-minute chart is acting as a key level of support or resistance because it's doing a very specific thing, okay? If we look down here at the where it says for stoch, that's actually for stochastics, okay? So what you can see is that this red arrow means that we are in the overbought territory, okay? And this purple dot represents the moment that we've crossed back below the 80, all right? You can see here that this happened several times. Here we are overbought, okay? And then we've crossed back below the 80. Overbought, crossed back below the 80, okay? So what I look for on the 15-minute chart to find support and resistance zones or manual levels is when a containment zone is created between being overbought and moving back into the zone here, okay? So as you can see, this containment zone was created between these two events. And so I'm using this containment zone as a key level of support and resistance. Now here's another containment zone that was created, but as you can see, it was not created between being overbought and moving back below 80. So we did not use this one. So as price traded down into, right, this was a few weeks before, and we can just scroll back over here. As price yesterday traded back into this zone, I already knew that we were going to have a reaction there. And what I'm looking for is, we can even go down to the 1 minute, Okay, but you can see here that on the 15-minute, we had a containment zone. So if we look at the 1 minute, right, this is that moment where we hit the bottom of that containment zone where we already marked it off as an important level. So when we hit that area, a decision needed to be made, and that's why we received a containment zone. Now, based on that decision, we had a breakout gap, we had a secret level, we traded above it, and as you can see, we continued higher from there. So this was an area where you could have been ready and positioned and ready to go to enter a bullish trade, right? And if you had entered on the breakout here with this gap, you could have set your stop below the zone and targeted higher prices. Could have been that simple. All right, so let's take a look at our trades today. So back here on the 4-hour chart, let's just see the area where we took trades. So here in this candle, you can see that we've traded over this zone where we are bearish below it. So look for lower time frame bearish containment zone setup. So let's just mark this candle off so that we can find it on the lower time frame. We'll hop down to the 1-minute chart and we'll go and find that rectangle. Here it is. Okay. So now once we traded above this zone, this is our 4-hour zone, the signal told us to look for a lower time frame containment zone setup. And here it is. Here is that setup that this candle here, this alert told us to go and look for. Here it is. We have a containment zone that gave us a bearish breakout. And I can just turn on breakout gaps. You can see that it gave us a bearish breakout. We got below it where we could have entered here, right? And then put our stop above the zone and then traded back below the zone. Okay. Now, why is this a high probability trade? This is a high probability trade because this 4-hour candle, because it traded over our bearish zone, and I already explained to you how we got this zone, right? Because it traded over our bearish zone, it left us with only 2 options. You're either going to close above this zone, right? Or you're going to close back below it. And when I say below it, I mean below the top part of the zone, okay? So that only gave us 2 options, and inevitably only 1 option for us because we're bearish. So we're not looking to enter bullish trades here. There's only 1 option for us, and that's bearish. So as we traded above it, we went down, looked for this setup, which we got. We could enter this trade here. In fact, we did enter this trade here and took that right back down.